Let's go through another example of using VBA or writing a VBA program that includes input, processing, storage, variables, and constants, as well as output statements. So here I've already designed a user interface where I have welcome to IT store, what items you wish to buy. I'm going to use an Excel form to type in the information. So on the item to buy, the price and quantity. And I'm going to do two things here. We can look at giving an interest, or we can give a discount. So this side is blue, and I've used the orange side maybe to the receipt information. Right? And I've formatted it as I wish, right? Good. So let's get started. Developer tab. Let's get a button for our interest. So I'm going to call this interest button. And then my caption, let's say I'm going to give 5% interest. Right. So in my caption, I can have spaces, not in my command button name, variable names. All those have the same rules. Okay, this one I'm going to put as my discount button, and caption, let's say I could give 10% discount. Right, so there we have it. Make this just a little bit bigger. Nice, good. Now, I want my data to be typed into C4, C6, and C8. Right, so let's start with interest. Okay, I need to have my variables coming here. So variables, let's see, I wanted my item name. That'll be a string because it's a word. The price would be money, so that could be double, decimal. Dim, let's see, quantity. Quantity, well, you won't have half of something, so that could be an integer, whole numbers. Let me see, I need my constant as well. Now for constants, use const, right? So that would be how we declare it. And just as you do in pseudocode, you need a constant name. So I'm going to put interest and put what the constant value is. So this would be 5%. Now here's the thing. Same rules apply. I cannot put the percent sign. I can use decimals, or I can do a fraction. So, I need to put something else. Interest. Right. Apparently int is command in VBA is ready. So they were just telling me to change that. Okay. I want to show you how to divide as well. I want to include that. So I'm going to put another constant here for the division part of it. Okay, so here we declared variables. Here we declared constants. And now I'm going to start my program. Now I want to input. So to input, what did I say? C4, right? So I'm getting it from the Excel. So I'm going to put the variable first, item, Next one I want is price and then quantity. So from the cell, C, wait, I need quote C4. Right? And I'm just gonna copy and paste this. And I'm gonna change the value. Good. Okay, so that's our input. Now let's go to our processing. Now there's no set in this. Let's see, I want maybe a subtotal. So that means I need to put subtotal here. And then I need to have a total. Right. So coming back to my processing, subtotal equal to price multiplied by quantity. Total equal to subtotal plus, because we're doing interest, plus, I need a bracket, subtotal multiplied by my interest. And that's my constant. I need another bracket because it's interest divided by the 100. So 5 divided by the 100. Close off my brackets. There we go. Right? So that's my processing. Okay. Output. All right. I want to output in different cells. So let's just move this around. I want to output in the orange part here. So let's put something here. All right. Let me zoom out a little bit so I can see it. So range, that would be F1. Good. So I'm putting a kind of like a label to the top. Then I might skip a line. So I want receipts here. So I'm designing how I want my output to look so that it's as user-friendly as possible. At the same time, this is a store. I want to make it like how you would normally see a receipt, maybe. So maybe F3, I'm going to skip a line. Let me copy and paste here. F3, I want to put quantity, yeah? Then next to that, so next to that is G3. I want to put item. Right under that, I want to put actually @sign, $sign, and price. Okay, if I skip again, it's skip a line. So where am I? F4, that's there. I can go to now F6 and put subtotal, $sign, subtotal. Right, on the line under that, I can put something about the interest. Let's see, I could put interest at. So I'm just thinking through how I want it to look. right? You could even sketch on a paper or something, a scrap paper, what you think it would look like, and then try to build it. And of course, there is the part where you run the program, see what it looks like, and then you come back and you make your tweaks. Right, what do I want here? Percent sign, 5%, and I want the word interest to show up. Good, we should be almost done. So now we are at F, what's that, 7? Yeah, so now we can go down, maybe skip a line. So 9, and we put total. Put my variable, right? Remember, anything inside of quotes would be shown on the screen. Variables and constants cannot go in a quote. If you put it in a quote, then the variable name will appear and not what's stored in the variable. Okay, good. Let's try this out. See if it's working. Oh, I have to take off design mode first, then run my program. All right, something is happening. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. Maybe could have come down a cell, but that's okay. Now it's saying 0 because I didn't type any data. So let's type something. Bread. Well, how much is bread now? $16. Quantity, how much am I buying? 5 bread. Okay. All right. 5 bread at $16 total, 5% interest. Not bad, right? It could look a little better. So I could always go back into my design mode and then start tweaking my output. Okay. The other thing about when you do a program is put a programmer documentation of the date you did this program. Also put who is the programmer. Right. And you could put a description as well. Okay. There we go. Nice. Good. That's done. So we're done with interest. Now we need to do discount. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy and paste. So I'm going to take all of interest, put in the discount, but some things, of course, are going to have to change. Like my constant name will now be discount. Ooh, and the amount is 10%. What else? Item, yep. All, discount. Oh, and it's a subtraction this time. Discount, subtract. What else? Oh, I'm going to put a minus sign in front of this. So minus discount, add sign. That's it. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think this should be okay. There's only one way to know. Let's try it out. There we go. We got our discount set. So I could do my interest or I could get my discount. I could buy something else, some cheese. Let's just buy 2 cheese. And I can do a discount, interest, or I could do a discount. Nice. So that's another way to see, to work a program in VBA.